Russia has confirmed a sweeping modernization effort for its Air Force with the planned acquisition of 140 Su-57 fifth-generation stealth fighters, accompanied by an ambitious commitment to prioritize local production. The program marks one of the largest military aviation undertakings in Russia's post-Soviet history and underscores Moscow's determination to enhance its aerospace capabilities while insulating its defense industry from external disruptions. The Su-57, originally developed under the PAK-FA, Prospective Aviation Complex of Frontline Aviation Project, represents Russia's most advanced combat aircraft to date, combining stealth characteristics, supermaneuverability, next-generation avionics, and the ability to carry a diverse array of advanced weapon systems. For years, the Su-57 project faced skepticism due to delays, technical hurdles, and questions over production scalability. However, the announcement of a 140 aircraft procurement suggests that Moscow has transitioned from cautious low-rate production to a confident, long-term strategy that places the Su-57 at the heart of Russia's aerial warfare doctrine. Officials from the Russian Ministry of Defense stressed that this effort is not only about quantity but also about independence, shifting critical systems and subsystems toward domestically sourced components. In an era of heightened sanctions and restrictions, Russia views self-reliance in aerospace production as both a security necessity and an industrial goal. A key challenge for the program has been the development of the Izdalai-30 engine, intended to give the Su-57 its full performance potential, including sustained supercruise capability without afterburners. Current operational models rely on upgraded AL-41F1 engines, which are less advanced but allow the aircraft to serve in limited roles. Moscow's focus on ramping up engine production alongside avionics, stealth coatings, and indigenous composite structures reflects a clear strategy to ensure future Su-57s are entirely homegrown, both reducing vulnerability to sanctions and strengthening Russia's military-industrial base. From a strategic standpoint, the planned fleet of 140 Su-57s could significantly shift the balance of Russia's air combat capabilities. Unlike the Soviet-era fighters still in large-scale service, the Su-57 is designed for the modern battlespace, where stealth, network-centric warfare, and long-range precision weapons dominate. Equipped with advanced radars, infrared search and track systems, electronic warfare suites, and compatibility with hypersonic missiles, the fighter is envisioned as a platform that can operate deep in contested airspace. Its integration with unmanned systems, particularly the S-70 Okhotnik heavy combat drone, could allow Russia to adopt swarm tactics and manned-unmanned teaming, concepts that are already shaping the future of air warfare worldwide. The scale of this procurement also carries geopolitical weight. While Russia has actively promoted the Su-57 on the international market, exports have been hampered by production constraints and political considerations. India, once a joint development partner, withdrew from the program due to concerns about delays and costs, though interest from countries like Algeria, Vietnam, and Middle Eastern states persists. By committing to a large domestic order, Moscow seeks to stabilize production lines, lower per-unit costs, and showcase the fighter's credibility to potential buyers. Analysts suggest that once Russia demonstrates a robust home fleet of Su-57s, international sales may follow more naturally, bolstering both Moscow's defense partnerships and its financial base. Domestically, the acquisition will have far-reaching industrial impacts. The Su-57 program involves numerous enterprises across Russia's defense industrial complex, from engine manufacturers to electronics firms and composite producers. By strengthening these supply chains and creating steady demand, the Kremlin aims to protect jobs, advance technological expertise, and ensure that Russia remains a leading player in global aerospace development despite sanctions. It is a move that fuses military necessity with economic strategy, tying national security goals to industrial modernization. However, the road ahead will not be without obstacles. The Russian defense sector continues to face challenges in scaling production efficiently, particularly under conditions of restricted access to global markets and technologies. Previous timelines for the Su-57 have slipped, and experts caution that producing 140 aircraft will require overcoming persistent bottlenecks. Still, the Kremlin's commitment signals that it is willing to invest heavily in resources, funding, and political support to ensure the program's long-term success. In the broader context of global military aviation, Russia's Su-57 push comes at a time when fifth-generation fighters are increasingly shaping Air Force doctrines worldwide. The US F-35 continues to expand its footprint among NATO and allied nations, while China is scaling production of its J-20 stealth fighter. By contrast, Russia has until now fielded only a token number of Su-57s. With this large-scale procurement, Moscow is declaring its intent to remain a central player in the next era of aerial competition, not just regionally but on the global stage. Ultimately, the plan to acquire 140 Su-57s with a domestic production path reflects more than just an arms buildup. It is a statement of strategic autonomy and technological resilience. For Russia, the Su-57 is not only a weapon system but also a symbol of its capacity to sustain advanced innovation under pressure. If Moscow can meet its ambitious targets, the Su-57 could anchor Russian air power for decades, ensuring that the nation remains equipped to contend with the evolving demands of modern air warfare.